When Chris friend requested me on Facebook, he said, Facebook said we're friends. Looks like you have no choice in the matter.
Go! Play Brotherhood! Play Brotherhood! PJ Nick are out of control. They would crash the airwaves with a microphone. So sit down tight and listen close. All the ladies now take off your clothes.
This week we're joined by Chris, who has talked about at length in episode 32, so you might want to go back and listen to the end of that. Zach is also back from last week with the goal of making at least 20 gay jokes this episode. Let's see if he makes it.
So you lived in the Yakima and...
Couple years.
Have you given Chris the whole speech yet? No matter what we're talking about.
Yeah, don't ever pull your microphone away from your face. And if we do this, it means pull it closer.
That's PJ smashing his own face with his hand, in case you didn't know. Yeah, Zach.
Well, apparently Chris is taking over the show right now.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Good at it.
PJ, Nick, just take a seat.
Right. Pretty much the best at everything.
Zach, you know what I like
What
about
if it
you?
was the Chris and
What's
Zach
that?
show all of a sudden?
I like that shirt.
Oh, you like the death clock?
Yeah, no,
Yeah?
what's it
Death
all
Face-
about?
Face bones.
I've been trying to figure out what that shirt said all day.
Yeah, you just calm
One of
down,
those
Nick.
sloppy metal
Nick,
names,
you just
know?
calm
Can't
down.
really
Sorry,
tell.
sorry.
This is my show. I'm sorry, Zach. Go ahead.
I had nothing to say. I was just
Yeah.
Chris, if
Talking.
you did have a show, I'd listen to it.
Really?
And probably hate it, but I would still listen.
You'd hate it because you loved it so much.
How quickly would you force like all of your crew to like work on it with you?
When you say
Work
crew,
on
what do you
my
mean,
crew?
PJ?
I mean like the Heller construction crew that I used to work for that Chris was definitely the ringleader of. Which can be easily proven when you see that he joins Facebook and then like within 3 days they're all on Facebook. You just see him sending out the memo like, hey guys, we're joining Facebook.
Yeah, I sent that memo to PJ, and like immediately
I was
he was
already on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh, really? I don't know about that.
I was already like 30
I don't know
friends
about
deep
that.
by the time you came
Oh,
on.
well.
Okay? And I don't care that most of your crew doesn't friend request me. Because
30 friends or balls deep.
Whoa, slow down. So seriously
First
though,
aid joke.
yeah, you know, Facebook's pretty sweet, I guess. But
I think it's pretty sweet.
yeah, Nick agrees. What do you think, Zach?
I'm not actually currently on Facebook.
Oh, he's not on Facebook.
I was hoping not, because I have not got a friend request if you were.
Oh, okay. No, Facebook's okay.
Chris does a ton of those surveys on Facebook.
No, not really.
Do you really? Are you that asshole? Seriously?
And
No.
he composes the "How well do you know me?" quizzes and
Yes,
stuff like that.
Well, I mean, come on, be fair.
How do you think I would do on that quiz?
The glorified
About what?
How well
forward.
does Nick Allers know Chris?
I got
Smith?
Well, I didn't do
58%.
Chris Smith. I did like Fifi and like beer.
No, you did yourself.
Did I?
Yeah, I got 58% on it.
Also, PJ took the test. I don't know. I don't remember.
you shit
I don't,
on him,
I don't
and yet you
remember
were
making the
clamoring to
test.
take the test.
But PJ was there to scramble to do the
Nick
test.
should take it right now. See who's the better friend.
That's
Oh.
true. That's true. That's
We
true.
should do. Let's do it right now.
No, I would beat you
PJ.
guys.
I don't know.
I think I could beat you.
I don't know. It's
You don't
pretty-
know anything about it.
You are just too lazy to look it up on the
no,
internet. That's all
I
this
remember
comes
the
down to.
questions. Which fictional drink did Chris not make up?
Did you
And
get
there
it?
was- no, I think that I got that one wrong because I think I guessed that you didn't make the Merry Chris Smith.
With is a pretty good drink.
Yeah,
The Merry Chris Smith? That's pretty
Actually,
funny.
in case anybody listens to this show, there's my Facebook account. If they want the Merry Christmas recipe, just ask.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
So you're saying anybody that listens to our show can
Can
request
get-
you on Facebook?
Yes,
And you will
Chris-
accept their friend.
Chris Smith. Look up Chris Smith, and
Let's
after
see how
you
that
go,
goes.
and after you go
After you
through
wade through 300 pages,
10,000
yeah.
people, yeah, I'll totally give you my Merry Christmas. That's because you deserve it.
They've earned it at that point.
They've earned it
Yeah.
at that point, definitely.
Can we talk about the message you sent Nick on Facebook?
Sure.
Okay, because earlier today you denied having sent this message.
You've been denying a lot.
Oh, I deny all kinds of things.
Yeah. You're a denier.
I know. I'm in denial practically.
But this was from there's an episode. Was it episode 32? Puppies and gumdrops.
Yes, your wife, your
my
lovely wife,
Yeah,
yes.
and this was a day that we were trying to get her on the show and she wouldn't do it.
Who?
My wife.
Oh, why not?
She just didn't want to be on it. But me and Nick were at a bar and you called me like all of a sudden. Hadn't heard from you in like 4 years or
Oh, that's
something
cool.
like that.
That was
and so
cool.
Oh,
you called me.
you know why though? Because
Why?
I tracked you down through heaven and hell.
Right, yeah.
You know that, though, right?
Yeah, I
Before
heard.
you
Like, you went through our
before you
grandma
say-
and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
before you say anything, I loved you so much. I
Okay.
tracked you down.
You're really putting up
through
your guard right
grandmother.
from the get-go. We haven't even said anything yet.
What?
This
are you
is
talking about?
excellent.
Well, okay, so Chris called me, and then
What'd I say?
you said, hello, this is your friend, Chris Smith, and then you told me how you went through heaven and hell to get the phone number.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is true, and I appreciate that.
And then we just kind of talked, and then you, asked me about the podcast, and I was telling you about
Which
it.
you knew about before you talked to PJ,
I
or
didn't
no?
know about it. I don't.
You didn't know about it?
No, he told me about it on that day. So.
Oh, okay.
So we go home, and then we're like, Alvina, are you going to be on the podcast? And she said, no. And then I said, well, Chris called me on the phone today. Like, can you believe it? And she said, I will be on the show if we can talk shit about Chris. And that was the whole reason she ever
That's
came on
pretty
the
sweet.
show.
Why isn't she here now?
I know, seriously. Like, why is Zach on the fourth line?
Seriously, that's sweetheart. I would totally love it.
But yeah, and then you heard that episode, right, where she came on and we were talking about you and like all the old days with you and stuff like that.
No, I wish I had.
Really?
You did.
Because here
You did.
I have a face message
With Alicia, with your wife?
Facebook. No, you sent it to me.
The
but it was
episode
regarding that episode.
The episode was with my wife, and we were talking about you.
Okay.
Episode 32, Puppies and Gumdrops.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's,
do remember
that's
that.
the one where you were harsh about Keo.
No.
no,
That was a
no.
different one. That was the next episode, Meow Games, episode 33.
Wow.
But you
guys
must
are
have been
good.
listening to a couple in a row then.
Do you remember listening to a one with my wife where we were talking about
I do
you?
remember one with
Specifically
your
about
wife.
you.
Yeah, and we were talking about TJ and how she might have liked me and how
We
you
were
went out with
talking
TJ.
about that, yeah.
Who,
About
me?
what?
And
I'm
about
sorry.
and
I
about
didn't talk about it. I was
No,
on the show.
I know, but remind me, what did we talk about?
And then we were talking. You guys were talking about
how
Swirly Tea.
how we printed
Swirly
out
Tea,
all
your
the,
cousin.
Swirly Tea.
How
and
ties
you printed
together.
out.
how we printed out all the sex chat between you and her, and
Yeah.
Chris acted it out
Right.
with his
Absolutely.
friends, stuff like
I
that.
again encourage listeners to go back and listen if they're unclear on what we're talking about.
Okay, so
What
here's
episode is it?
Episode 32, Puppies
Okay,
and
32.
Gumdrops.
So here's the letter you wrote. As to clear up PJ's memory from episode 32, PJ told me that you and Swirly were having cyber slut.
That's
Now-
true.
Which is true, absolutely
That's true.
true.
And I'm
PJ
going to
told me
I've
forgive.
come up front with all of that.
I'm going
Yeah.
to forgive many spelling errors in here. Try to work around them.
Hey, what do you get from a second grade education?
How the hell would I know?
Exactly.
I said that was hilarious, and he said that he knew how to get into your email, and that's how he found out. He forwarded it to me. At this time, every day when I went to work, my mom would check my emails because I was so computer retarded. More like spelling retarded. I didn't know how to hide
Koala
it.
bear.
She was looking for info that me and my girlfriend were screwing around. But my mom didn't.
Okay, wait. Can I ask you to stop for a second?
Yeah.
So your mom found the cyber sex exchange between me and your cousin
Yes.
as a result of trying to find shit on you?
Yes.
Okay. I wondered even at the time if that's
But
what
did
you
she
meant.
find it on your computer? I thought she found like
No,
a
it was
hard
a-
How
it was
did
a-
it end up on your
paper.
computer?
It was a
All
family.
that
It's a
cyber sex
family
hap-
computer. I had like a computer from like.
No, but I thought
1980.
No.
I thought we had printed it off of my computer.
No.
and that's what was found.
No, absolutely.
Okay,
Well,
but how did
you know,
it end up
could
on
have
your
been.
computer then?
Then
Because
I forwarded
it's-
it,
This guy forwarded it to me.
PJ.
PJ
Yeah.
forwarded it to me.
You
yeah.
did?
which I never denied.
I feel like this is new information.
No,
Well, it is kind of new
Stop.
information to you. I can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PJ's holding a lot back.
You know,
Oh,
because
God.
the
We've
whole
talked about this.
the whole
exact thing ever
the
since
whole
the letter
thing of
came.
PJ's friend Chris. There's a backbone on that. You know.
Okay.
No one
Okay.
knows what that means.
I certainly don't.
No,
Earlier,
If
were
you
you-
don't-
Clarify.
he's talking about how you say PJ's friend Chris when you talk about it.
Oh,
because
right.
how much were me and him tight back in the day?
You guys
I mean,
were really
seriously.
tight. You guys
was
were
it
pretty
was
tight.
it Nick and PJ or was it Chris and PJ?
Oh, it was Chris and PJ for a while.
Yeah, damn
It was the
straight.
Chris and PJ show, and you guys never invited me on as a guest.
Pooters and Punkers show. Remember that?
Pooters and
Is that a
Punkers?
gay
Yeah.
porno?
Yes,
And- until
yes.
it wasn't
Pooters and
con-
Punkers is my favorite gay porn. Is that?
Oh, okay.
And,
Yeah,
until it wasn't convenient for you anymore, and I was edged out of the group.
Oh, I mean, he moved to Yakima. is what
She
it
was
means.
looking for info that me and my girlfriend were screwing around.
Where?
But my mom didn't want me to know she was spying on me, so she thought she could create a scenario to legitify her prying. In the meantime, me and my girlfriend did make a play from your manuscripts.
Okay, let's stop there again.
I'm sorry.
No.
I was young. What am I going to do?
I'm not asking for an apology, Chris. I just want to know how this went down.
You're
So
not even supposed to be here for an apology. You're supposed to be here to be like badass and defend yourself.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That's
you're
the only
wrong
reason.
on
That's
that.
what we thought the idea was.
I'm absolutely in love with you guys, and if I have to apologize, I will.
I've never felt like you were
Shit,
in
I'll
love
give you
with
guys
me.
foot massages.
I never felt like we got along before tonight. But I
Not
feel like we're
really?
getting along great.
You know what's crazy? Okay, here's what happened. Like, you guys, PJ moved to Yakima, you moved to Yakima, right?
Right.
Remember when we went and saw, me and PJ went and saw, is it Bad Boys? What's that show?
Bad Boys 2, maybe?
No. It's got Colin Farrell and
American Outlaws.
American Outlaw. And PJ
Which
kept
PJ
saying,
was strangely obsessed
what did you keep saying about it?
I don't know. That was badass or something.
Yeah, I'm a badass. I don't remember what I don't remember what their quote line was. We met you on that day, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
Your
And
wife went to see Original Sin while we saw American Outlaws.
Yeah, that's right. And I
Original
lost-
Sin?
Yes.
The Antonia Banderas
Yes.
softcore porn?
exactly, which is
And-
pretty killer. I still haven't
So
seen
what
it.
are you getting at? Like, you saw me and you're like, holy shit, Nick is awesome?
Actually, yeah.
Really?
Yes, seriously.
Oh, I'm so
and my
flattered.
wife's like, "That's Nick Allers. That's Nick Allers," and I'm like, "Yeah,"
Because
and
your
she
wife
goes,
only knew me as the guy that was, like, cyber-banging your cousin.
Yes, actually, honestly.
Yeah.
But when
Which is
she met you,
understandable.
and she was like, "Wow, that guy's rad."
Really?
Honestly.
Sounds like bullshit.
Yeah,
to
I
me.
feel like you're sucking my cock right now because you're here.
In the
No, it's
meantime,
true.
me and my girlfriend did make a play from your manuscripts, which I
Whoa, that's
Wait,
where
wait,
I was
wait.
going to stop.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
we were going to do that thing.
And I don't feel like we fully explained what we're even reading. But regardless. Okay, Chris. So you found these transcripts between me and your cousin, my air quotations girlfriend at the time,
Yes.
in which we were both talking about sex. And at least I had no idea what sex was.
talking about sex.
You had no
They
idea
were
what sex
pretending to
was?
have
That's what
sex.
cyber sex is, talking about sex.
Okay.
And me jerking off like an asshole.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you read those and think I wasn't jerking off?
Oh, no, I totally
probably
know
said
it.
explicitly, I'm jerking off right
No,
now.
I just...
I never read these, but Chris did repeat key lines to me.
Oh, tell him the one that you reminded me of on that
Oh,
show.
the squishiest part of the couch.
What?
I don't. Oh,
No, that
I
was
do
the best
remember
line.
that.
He remembers it.
I remember something about
No,
PJ
what is this?
PJ and me talked about this one, the squishiest part of the couch.
The
I
squishiest.
throw you down onto the squishiest
See, he
part
remembers
of
it.
the
Did I
couch.
say that or did Swirly?
No,
No,
you
you
said
did.
it.
I
And you
did.
would always type things like between double
Look
colons.
at it's already piling up. Me and PJ.
Between double colons, like that's what you were doing in the moment. It was like, rips off my belt and casts it aside.
That is
I
so
throw
gross.
you onto the squishiest part
No,
of
but
the couch.
Nick, no, though. Seriously. I mean, okay, yeah, it might have been gross for like 17, 16, 18-year-olds, whatever.
Right.
But now that we're adults, it's very entertaining and...
Oh, I love talking about it now, but at the
yeah.
time, though, like, I fucking hated you guys for throwing that in my face. Like, I was more
That is just
embarrassed.
kid stuff.
I was more
I do
embarrassed
feel
than anything.
bad about
But then
that.
to hear, like, PJ just read in the Facebook message, which you haven't finished yet, but you and your girlfriend reenacted this? Like, you made a play out of the cyber sex I was having with your cousin?
And I know that's got to be super offensive to think about
It's
now.
not offensive, it's just weird.
No, but think about, but now, like take back and actually think about somebody, rendering a play from your imagination. Yeah, it wasn't as vivid, as you might imagine. I didn't literally throw her to the squishiest part of the couch, but.
Did they use the word squishy?
Chris had a very uncomfortable
But
couch
these
back
were
then.
these were very vivid and very well explained situations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nick was
we
a
really
writer.
did not need to use our imagination on this, and it
Nick
worked
was
out.
always into
and
exposition.
I will have you know,
even in cyber
I will
sex.
have you know, this play, though short-lived, was an extreme hit. Everybody loved it.
What do you mean, everybody? You
that's in
performed
the
this in
letter.
front of people?
Well, you think just me and my
Well,
girlfriend?
yeah, they weren't
No.
You
just
sell tickets to
rehearsing.
this shit?
Practically, yes. We literally loaded up her house with people and did this play.
Oh god, that is so humiliating.
No,
That's true.
not humiliating. It
Yes,
was really
of course
good.
it's
You asked my
humiliating.
wife, and honestly, you've won
I
tokens
could never talk
across
to your
the
wife
board.
again now based on this. I
Well-
didn't know she knew so much about me.
Well, she does, and we think it's wonderful.
Okay.
In the meantime, me and my girlfriend did make a play from your manuscripts, which I would not have done if you did not hate me so much.
That's true. You did hate me.
No, you hated me.
No,
fucker. Yes.
you hated me because all I wanted to do was
Nick,
drink and have a good time.
You were the one who hated him.
Yes.
And us. That is for goddamn sure.
Okay, I'll tell you why I hated you, Chris. Because you were an asshole.
Okay,
to me
whoa,
always.
wait a minute. This is just
Whoa, let's go back.
in fairness to Chris, who's
That isn't
the
very
last
fair.
guy I wanted to defend. But you said, no, that's not true. I'm not the one who hated you. And then now you're immediately saying, right after that, the reason I hated you.
Yeah,
I thought it was a mutual hatred, though. You never hated me.
I didn't.
You never
hate
hated me.
No, seriously. From
you
the very
treated me
beginning,
like you hated me.
No, I didn't. I was always just trying to egg you on into something fun.
Like pinning me down and trying to force me to smoke a cigarette against my will.
That was PJ
Now I'm a
mostly.
smoker. No, it was you because you're stronger than PJ. You're the one that actually pinned me to the
Yeah,
ground.
but he's the brains of the operation.
I was wearing a fedora all the time. I always had my mind
That's
working.
right.
If it is any recompense, the play was a hit.
Is that a word, recompense?
I don't know. We
I
talked
think
about
it's
that.
reminiscent
It
of
feels like
recompense.
if it's a word that I don't know, then that's pretty impressive.
No, don't worry about it.
The play was a hit. Later, my mom called Rita, who is Swirly T's mom.
Swirly T's mom, yeah.
Yeah.
The funny part is that they went over the findings with her instead of just deleting them. I did not get into your...
Which is so awkward to think about. Like,
Yeah.
here we are, like, just, like, fucking dishing it out online. And, nothing against your cousin, but I hear she's fat and rich now. That's awesome.
Well, that works out.
Yeah, I wish I'd been with her. Minus the fat part, I guess.
Well, it's her husband that made
Well,
it
you
rich.
seriously would have to, yeah.
And then this is the part that confuses me. I did not get into your computer. That is a retarded accusation. PJ did. We never said that you're the one that broke into the computer. I always
Yeah,
fully
no, you
admitted
did.
that I was the one who came in.
Did we say that?
Yeah, you did.
I haven't gone back and listened since.
You can listen to
But
it
we've
again.
talked about this. We
No,
Yeah,
what
my
happened was PJ said that I broke into your computer, which is the
No, I
reason-
did not say that.
Oh, no, you did.
No.
Oh, you
no
did.
way.
Oh, sweetheart, you did.
Without hearing back, I don't think I did.
You can look back at it, whatever, but that is what he said. He said that I had gotten in. I think quote, if I can really honestly come close to quoting it, it says, Chris was able to break into your computer or something, or
way.
break into your email
No
system or something.
fucking way.
Well, what? How did you? No, stop and start now. How do you explain how I got it?
I forwarded it to you.
Yeah, okay.
I forwarded it to you.
Okay, there you go.
The only thing, this is the only thing, and I have no idea. The only thing I could have said even slightly like that was if I said, I have no memory as to how Chris got it, maybe he got into the computer.
Oh, that might have worked. Yeah.
But I don't even think that. I definitely did not say definitively because I didn't.
No,
remember
I don't
either
think you
way.
did say definitively. Actually, I'm positive you didn't.
Chris is Mr. Aim to Please tonight.
What? No, I'm just trying to speak the truth. I can get all upset if you want me to.
No, we will get you upset.
Oh, you do it.
We're just testing the waters right now.
Yeah, you tip your toes.
Let's go back a little bit, though, Chris. Okay, so let's think back to the first time that we met you.
Okay.
I'm going to go through the story really briefly again.
Okay.
I was an AOL kid, like in mid-'90s.
Is that where we on?
AOL, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where I met your hot cousin.
Oh, I know. She's good.
And so, like, I developed this relationship with her. She lives in California. I live in Washington. That's never going to work, right? So then what was it that caused you... I met you before I met her. Explain that.
Yeah. Okay, so I became an AOL kid, I guess.
Right.
And
If only to fuck with people in chat rooms.
that possibly could have been it. And whatever reason... Oh, no, it was emailing Tara. I think I AOL'd emailed Tara.
Her name is Swirly T.
Oh, yeah, Swirly T.
We use code names here,
So
yeah.
I was emailing Swirly T.
I know it's weird to call your own cousin by code name, but...
Well, I'm all right with that. So Swirly T was telling me, oh, you got to meet my boyfriend. He is in Tacoma. And she did refer to you as her boyfriend.
Of course she did, and she was my girlfriend. I was ready to marry her before I ever met her.
Yeah, and
That's where my head was
And
at.
honestly, when she was referring to it on the emails, there was no doubt about that. She was going to marry you.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. There
What?
was no
Marriage? Before we'd met?
Well, I like how you say we were going to marry each other.
notion.
We were going to marry each other.
What is she fucking nuts?
She did seem nuts to me right when he said that. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
You say it 3 seconds earlier, but no, she She did act very serious about the situation.
Yeah, well, I'm a very
And you know
serious
what?
guy.
The fact was, she was very serious. Well, you know what? The
What?
fact was nothing. I don't know.
Okay,
I think she was serious.
you and Nick
about
can go in a corner later and talk about how much his old girlfriend
Well,
loved
we'll give
him.
each other secret handshakes and shit, but
She
still,
never loved me the way that I loved her, guys.
yeah, you know, from what I've heard, no, she didn't.
She's
She
giving
didn't,
a
and that was
handy,
cold.
like, while
that was
she was
cold.
there with me.
You know, seriously, that was not very nice, and I don't approve of that.
We'll get
She
to
didn't
that.
do-
We'll get to that.
Okay. Yeah, we will get to it.
Yeah, we will. Damn
I'm
straight.
excited to talk about this.
You
tonight.
back off. Back
But
off.
okay, so the whole thing was that she was Jehovah's Witness, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was at the time. We hadn't met each other. Just so happened.
Did you guys
that,
meet her on a JDub website?
Probably.
You think
Either
so?
that or
A
like
J-
Oh, no,
chat
no.
room.
You were friends with her friend,
Lisa.
Lisa, the one
Lisa,
PJ
who's a
liked.
fan of the show.
Gromit one.
Yeah.
She liked me.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Lisa, who did you like more, PJ or me?
Oh, let's get an email.
I've
she
kind-
emailed us once before when we
No,
asked.
it's,
So
it's a fact. PJ, she
Yeah,
liked
she
PJ
kind of
more.
answered it. I think she said you and I were equal. I may
Really?
be tooting my own horn. I may have exaggerated that.
No,
into
I
my
really
favor.
think she did like you more. But Nick really disliked Keto,
Okay.
ruled us all. What?
So, yeah, you're her cousin, and you happen to live in the same town as PJ and I. And so I guess her dad,
Not
as
really,
an
but
elder
yeah.
within the congregation, was like,
Rick was?
I don't know about that.
Oh,
I don't know
thought
if he was
you
an
told me
elder.
that.
No.
I thought somebody was putting a feeler out. Like, how did it come to? Okay, this guy's
I always knew
cyber
it.
dating my cousin. I'm gonna come meet them and check them out.
Oh my!
How
no,
did that
no, that
happen?
was Tara.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, she wanted.
Swirly
She
Tea.
wanted. Swirly T wanted a deeper connection with you. She wanted to be able to come to visit me and be able to see you. So her master plan was to make you and me friends.
right to make sure I'm not, and probably at the beginning at least, make sure I'm not a freak. Right.
Some cyber sex.
I don't know because she knew. Honestly, you know her. You know her better than I knew her.
Oh, do I?
Well-
I haven't talked to her in probably 10+ years, but
Yeah, and I probably had 5 sentences with her in the last 10 years, and not
Really?
nearly as deep as yours.
yeah. Well, she's fat now, so.
Well, there you go.
So let's describe the scene. PJ, you take over now.
PJ, go for it.
Chris was gonna come one morning, like
nice.
meet us in the A&W parking lot, which is what, like 4 blocks away,
And
from
decide
our
whether or
house.
not I'm worthy of Swirly T's love.
Oh no, that's not how it went.
That's the whole reason he
But
came
you know
out.
what? I backed
Why
that
would you
up.
have
Yeah,
come out?
damn straight. I had to make sure you were good enough.
And I think
I understand that.
I think Chris
but
and
then
I-
you hated me from the get-go.
No.
So. Okay,
Well,
we'll get to that.
We'll get
too.
to that later. When you
I
started
think
hating
Chris
me.
and I had traded maybe an email back and forth or some IM conversation back and forth.
I did know. I did know.
I
your
knew
brother.
that you liked Gleaming the Cube, which is
Uh-huh.
awesome.
And damn straight.
Because I love that movie, and that you were a skateboarder, and like I had just kind of gotten a skateboard, and Nick. So I think I had planned on going with Nick when he was going to meet you, and Nick like had no interest in getting out of bed to go meet you. Like
What time was it though? And why did I choose like
I don't know.
5 o'clock in the morning?
In the parking lot of the place where we currently worked.
The
Yeah.
fact was, it was Washington and it was dewy. It was
Yeah.
still dewy when
Yeah.
we met in the morning.
But yeah, I think maybe Nick got nervous, didn't want to, or something like that, and was just like, "I'm not going to do it."
I
can't
no
do it."
wait. You know what I think though? I did make a plan with you guys before, and I did not live up to it.
Before that
sounds
first
like you.
meeting.
Yeah. I think I totally did not show up, and you weren't willing to take that risk again. You weren't willing to
I
break
remember
your
that.
heart once more.
But I end up hopping on my skateboard, go down there and meet you. You're already there in your VW van again.
That's right.
You jump out in your hoodie.
Do you remember that?
And your saggy pants, and from the car to where I was, maybe 15 yards away, you hop on your skateboard, did a little ollie and stuff like that.
That's right. I had to show.
And
it.
I was in love. I was head over heels in love.
That's right.
We get in the van, we go back to my house. I think we went into Nick's room, and you did end up meeting him.
Yeah,
And
but he
then,
was totally asleep the first time I met him.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was practically passed out in that little corner room with like the half closet thing.
I guess I did start as the asshole then.
And then
I apologize.
you brought me either a copy of
It was-
Gleaming the Cube, or maybe it was Rad on VHS.
No, I didn't.
Rad.
To
I never
borrow.
had Rad.
So yeah, it must have been Gleaming the Cube. You brought me a copy of that to borrow. And then we just kind of became fast friends, and you'd come over and hang out and stuff like that. By the third time you and I had hung out, and it was clear that it was like me and you, not really Nick and you, that were friends.
Yeah.
My parents were divorced. Like, all that shit was already going
Yeah,
on.
it was about the third
Yeah,
time, and
you-
she was
you-
already split.
You came into
Yeah.
the Allers fold right as everything crumbled.
So
and yet I was
immediately,
still stood there.
my dad went from like super strict to super lenient, like just in a fucking heartbeat. So from there on out, I was like, wow, I kind of have freedom to do whatever I want. And that's the start of like hitchhiking and
You guys
calling
did a lot of
girls
hitchhiking.
over
Yeah, we did.
and paying bums way too much money to buy us vodka and stuff like this.
Double
and
the
the
price.
whole time,
Double
and
the price?
Yeah, we'd
Wow.
pay $40 for a $20 bottle of vodka.
and the whole time, Nick's sitting in the corner of the room, just hating us,
Oh, okay.
chatting with Swirly Tea, and just fucking hating us.
That is kind. Well, you know, yeah.
I don't know where the hatred started. I just felt I reflecting back now, like I kind of resented the fact that you were so close with PJ right away. Like, why don't I have a friend like that? Why don't I have a girlfriend that I can
Because
fucking
you wouldn't get
grope
away from the
that
computer.
doesn't live 2 states away? I know it was my own fault, but a lot of it was your guys' fault too. You guys were fucking assholes to me.
I
Dude, you
concur
were
with
an
that.
asshole.
No, well, you know what?
We were assholes towards each other.
Yeah.
You know, I could tell the things that irritated you, and I kept pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're a
because
button pusher, buddy.
yeah, I didn't like you didn't like me to drink, you didn't like me to influence your brother doing one way or the other, and I would push it
Yeah.
as hard as I could because I thought that if I could break you that way, then we'd all have a good time.
Well, you eventually obviously did.
Well,
You weren't there to see the results of your influence, but
I gave you
now
a kick out the door.
Now I'm a smoker and a drinker. Thank
Well, there
you, Chris.
go.
Thank you.
I know it's all me.
I really do appreciate it. I feel I'm better off for it.
No, you are.
And this is the first time we've hung out in several years.
Since my wife said you were cool at the movies, at the video.
That's the last time we saw each other before today.
the cinema. No, I don't think so.
No, you'd come around when I lived in his in-laws'
Oh,
trailer.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right, right.
You did. But like the last time we really like got to talk, you were tearing my tickets.
Well, that's cool. I'm sure I looked awesome in my bow tie.
You did.
I remember once Chris drove me to Yakima. Oh, it was when I got kicked out of New York by Barry and his wife.
Yeah.
And Chris drove me to Yakima, and you could tell he was like irritated at me about something. I think because I like was forcing him to drive me back to Yakima or whatever.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, that's cool.
And
you.
He's semi-related. He's semi-related to somebody named Paul Berenger, who Grandma used to have in the daycare.
Oh yeah,
Really?
I remember this.
Grandma?
I heard a story from
Oh, you
Grandma
got it.
where I was like, oh yeah, I
Wait
know
for this,
I met
here it
this guy
comes.
Paul Berenger, and she was like, oh my god, he used to be in my daycare, and she go, he was a really annoying little kid. So we're riding back to Yakima, and I say to Chris, hey, my grandma said that Berenger was a really annoying kid, and Chris says,
Wait.
angrily as hell,
Chris has
Your
weight.
grandma's old.
your grandmother's old.
And he's still offended.
Wait. That's what you said that offended
He was
him so
mad
much?
at me, yeah. He's
There's
like, "Your
nothing. There's
grandmother's
nothing
old."
I've ever said to PJ that's made him more mad
That is so
than
random.
your
in
grandma's
a way.
old.
Because it was such like just the dickiest fucking dick thing to say ever.
It's a fact, PJ. If you can't admit it, I'm sorry.
Well,
That's the thing,
Paul
is it's-
Berenger's a piece of shit.
I concur.
The thing is, like, it's absolutely just a fact. Your grandma's old.
And
That's
he
not
j-
even an insult. It's just a statement.
It is.
I think it just always stuck out in my head. Like it's such a ridiculous.
Meanwhile, I'm driving his ass to
I know.
Yakima.
and you could have made me feel more bad about you, reminding me about my grandparents.
I think I even gave him a shoulder massage.
I don't think that happened. A bunch of queers.
Chris gives,
We're gonna cut that out.
I doubt that. I hear Chris gives great roadhead, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Cheer for flinching.
Blood Brotherhood.
Okay, next. Hella Construction.
Hold on.
You don't run the fucking show.
Hella Construction, Volume 1. PJ, go, please.
I hope you didn't record that.
Zach is gonna make 10 more gay jokes
Okay.
in this bit.
In this bit, yeah.
You're
I'm
averaging
going to be
one per
listening.
3 minutes here.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's going to be interesting.
In fact, Zach, that's your challenge now.
You know what's really funny is like if you unzip your pants and you put your finger through like it's a cock, right?
But how far have you taken
Makes
that?
me laugh every time.
Jordan, see, now you hate Jordan, but you loved him at the beginning, and
Jordan,
here's the reason why.
Okay, let's get into it, guys.
Chris Jr.
Kind of true. Jordan covered his finger in mayonnaise, put it through the zipper, and wiped it on a friend's face. That friend,
That's pretty good.
that friend,
Like it's
and then
cum.
he made little light groaning sounds, which are extremely erotic. That friend woke up to that and then immediately attacked Jordan and literally beat him very badly.
Really?
And so you would like that. Yeah, he beat him very badly, ran to the bathroom, looked at his face, realized that there was something on it, and then ran his face across the carpet and gave himself a rug burn.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this was like the most extreme situation.
Skin graphic cum
All
off
I
his
learned
face.
from this is I can't wait to put mayonnaise on my finger.
Put mayonnaise on your finger, put it through your zipper, and like lightly press it against a
I just
sleeping
wish I could
friend's
come up with
face.
something like that by myself, but I will totally rip it off with
Well, there you go.
No regret. You know why you like Jordan better than me, Chris?
Why?
And why Jordan eventually started to hate me.
Who's
Okay.
Jordan, guys?
Jordan
wait,
was
let's start
the
over.
guy. Jordan's the guy who,
Oh, describe what he looked like.
like you, he dresses exactly
No,
like
he
you.
doesn't look like me.
I remember he
I'm
has.
not sure I ever met this guy. Ever.
He has some sort of problem with himself that stemmed from when he was in the womb or just out of the womb. He ate so much of his own feces that
No, in the womb.
that it all got into his bloodstream, and he had to have some sort
Whoa,
of emergency surgery after he was
Whoa,
born.
whoa, hold on a second.
What?
He did
I've never heard of anything like this before. What?
Yeah.
He did not
What
like
is-
being made
this-
fun of
this-
about that.
this
You are
is-
capable of eating your own feces
Why do you tell
while you're
people
still in
that?
the womb?
This is PJ making fun of a guy who accidentally ate his own feces as not even an infant.
Which he totally
an
deserves if he's
unborn
telling
child.
people that. I mean,
An
a
unborn
fetal thing.
child was born with feces in his throat, and then they had to pull him out, slice open his throat, and drag out the feces.
Wow.
Yeah. And no, wait, what's the reason for that?
What do you? What was what reason?
Wait, why do we bring that up?
I don't know. I'm fascinated. I
There's
don't
just
know
a
why you
little
brought it up.
backstory on the guy.
Oh, yeah. Because everybody,
I feel like I really know Jordan now.
Everybody mentions that scar when they first meet him.
Yeah.
Because it's a scar on his throat.
A scar from fecal
Yeah.
matter?
It's
if I
kinda
ever meet this
sad.
guy, I'm going to be like, is that where they
Whoa,
put
whoa.
the cum out of your stomach?
Only 18 more gay jokes to go, Zach.
The only reason that I didn't fit in at Heller Construction was, and again, you can correct me if you think I'm wrong here, but I was
I don't like to offend.
to conform to the group, right?
Oh, no, yeah, no, you were...
Because you guys would do things like you so badly couldn't understand that I didn't want to eat like Indian food on our lunch break from working that like it got to a point to where you guys wouldn't let me eat lunch. You would like purposely not let me stop
Oh my
anywhere
God.
along the way to the Indian food restaurant. Like if I wanted McDonald's, it was no, you can't eat McDonald's because that's gross and you need to widen your palate.
Seriously?
And so I would be stuck not eating.
McDonald's is
Yeah.
for
You don't remember
fags,
that?
right?
That is so freaking harsh. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
And it would
say
happen
widen your
every
palate?
single day.
What does that
mean? Oh my
Towards the end of
God.
my working there, I'd have to lay stone with Jeremy all the time because you guys all banded together and decided that like everyone refused to work with me at some point there.
Jeez, that's thinking harsh.
I've come right back around to
Oh
hating
my
you
God!
again,
Don't
Chris.
do the character where like you just don't remember any of it happening, and like I could maybe be making all this stuff up.
No, you totally
Do you
aren't
think he is
making
making
this
it up?
No, I don't. I think PJ was going through some hard times at the time.
Yeah. That's probably
No,
fair
no,
to
no,
say,
no,
right?
no. It is. He was going through some hard times.
It's accurate, but-
It's
but-
accurate, but it doesn't describe why
Right.
anything was happening to PJ.
And if I was,
necessarily.
Okay.
then like what better time to be working with a group of people like who are supposed to be
yeah,
my friends,
they're like
right?
totally trying to be douchebags.
And we're like all over 18, and it's like this big problem that I choose to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, and it is like a funky, not like saying a boys' club because boys are invited, but there's a little club to it, and it wasn't very fair.
I wasn't like wearing the same beanie caps all the time,
Yeah.
or going out for fondue and stuff
Exactly,
like that.
we loved fondue.
And, I would.
Do you still?
I'm pretty sure Chris is trying to set me up with a gay joke here, and I'm just racking my
18
brain.
more to
Racking my
go.
brain. I have fondue.
That is
I
what it
have
was, right?
boys
Fondue,
club.
the
I
fondue
have so
sticks.
many here.
What, I got to make my own page.
Zach's.
He's giving me a look like.
Oh man, it's savory on the end of a stick. What do you want, man?
Cock.
Yeah, he put the ball on the tee for you, Zach. I'm sorry. Go back.
Go ahead.
Go back.
No, that's it. If you're not going to remember anything, what's it even worth going
No, I do
into?
remember. I haven't not forgotten anything.
You guys were like Mr. fucking cool, and you treated me like shit constantly.
Remember the time we talked about how your truck and how lame it was?
My truck?
Yeah, remember we dissed on your truck?
I don't doubt it.
We did, and that was totally cold. That's the number one thing that stands up in my mind, because me and Jordan, and that's the quintessential, isn't it, Jordan?
Yeah.
Me and Jordan were like,
Between
look at-
him and your brother-in-law Josh, the two biggest douchebags.
oh,
I've
don't
ever
even
met in my
consider
life.
Josh. Josh is a retard. He literally is.
But you guys would let him be one.
Is
We really tried to stop the guy, but what are you supposed to do
You
with
would
him?
let him be out
He's
of
a
control.
freaking juggernaut.
I'm sitting there yelling at him.
What do you
telling
mean
him
by
how
that? Is he like
ridiculous he
huge
is.
physically?
No,
No.
he literally is a lyrical juggernaut. You
Okay.
can't say anything to him because nothing makes sense to him. He just keeps going. He literally is mentally challenged. He needs
And he was
psychiatrists,
the worst
and he
worker.
needs pills. He's a horrible worker. And
But
the
his
only
dad
reason,
owned the place.
only reason he had a job was because his dad owned the place.
I see.
And any argument, whether we were like, we could be.
Oh wait, I want to tell you about the truck.
Oh, okay. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So me and Jordan were in PJ's truck. I think you were driving us back to play poker and so doing something like totally sweet. But we were going on our way. We were just about to cross I-5 on 512 by the military base, and we were ripping on PJ's truck. And it was totally cold.
The red
because-
one?
The red one.
Yeah.
Because it was dented up and blah, blah, blah.
Sure it was.
But the guy was doing
It was a
his
piece of
best.
shit.
He was doing his best. And we still ripped on it. And then he brought that to our attention. He said, you know what? I'm doing my best. And you guys are a bunch of assholes who try to bring me down when I'm trying to do this.
Was he crying at this point?
No, PJ wasn't crying. He's
Does that count as a gay joke? Does that count?
well, that counts as one.
Only fags
But
cry,
he
so
really
yes.
did. He really,
Holy fat.
he really
I do
was
remember
sincere.
that.
You do remember it.
But I don't remember at the time, like, you guys feeling anything but bad, anything other than, like, you just, like, keep going or whatever like that.
I don't. I think we might have kept going, but I did feel bad about it.
For that 8, 9, 10 months, every day was just, and I'm talking everybody, all your brothers-in-law who worked there, except for Justin, Jordan.
Except for Justin, really?
not to my face, at least.
Wow.
Justin was always, like...
Justin's like
a
the
very
most
reasonable
number
guy.
one leader.
But like even your wife, like it was just like everything that I was doing wrong, which basically meant like, oh, I'm not going to meetings and just things that like you simply disagreed with. And it's not even like disagree with, like I didn't understand why it couldn't just be a matter of, oh, that's not how I live my life.
I know,
That's
totally.
not a choice I make in my life. You know, but you didn't know then,
No,
or it
I
didn't
didn't
matter
know then.
back then.
And you know what? I was young, and I apologize. Honestly, I
Is
do
that what the song
apologize.
comes down to?
Yeah, I think this
We've
is...
been waiting for that one apology. Chris, you
Really?
can leave now.
No,
the
because
episode's over.
well, it's over.
that's it.
Because
Wrap it up.
sincerely, no, I do see. I saw so much, rudeness. Let's not say cruelty because that's like goes over the top. Rudeness and
I think
inconsideration.
PJ would consider it cruelty.
And, okay, you know what? I'm going to get to it then.
But what did I do to bring
in
this on
consideration?
myself?
Nothing. And you know
you.
what?
Except for
and at
you
the-
mentioned the cigarette smoking. Like, was
Well,
it just that he
but I
wasn't
was
following
over
a Jehovah's
18.
Witness path?
No,
I was over
that it?
18.
No,
I
I
was within my rights to smoke.
personally, witness or not, took offense to PJ smoking. I
Just
did
because you didn't want me to.
because I didn't want him.
I
to.
understand taking personal
And you got
offense.
mad that, unlike everybody else on that crew, I wasn't following your every word.
That might have been true. Yeah.
Wow.
Such a rebel.
Yeah. I was my own person, and
Yeah, he
I
was his own person.
I wasn't.
He had-
I'm
he-
not saying
but,
I was
you know, you
particularly
had the
proud
mohawk
of the
that-
person I was.
You had the mohawk though, and I did appreciate the mohawk.
Oh yeah, I mean, you influenced me heavily, especially years before when I was like 15, 16
Right.
years old.
So-
but at the time, it just like wasn't things that, and I'm not saying that I liked the person who I was then, but I was my own person.
Yeah, you were.
And like my big thing was just I'm not gonna let anyone try to make me feel bad for that. You know what I mean? And like the things I had to hear constantly was like about how I don't go to meetings. And,
As a Jehovah's Witness.
yeah, and kind of the cars I didn't like, and just my opinion on things. You guys thought I was way too vulgar, made too many jokes about like people's wives and stuff like that.
Which you probably did.
Yeah, I did, but that was me though.
You've always
We're on a fucking construction
I
site.
ain't
That's
got.
true,
I
that's
don't
true.
have to mention that, but yeah, maybe
And-
it might have that kind of crap might have happened. Definitely.
Oh, it definitely happened. PJ makes vulgar jokes, like for the joke. You know?
Yeah, that's true. And it might have been offensive.
But then, like, I would get attacked about like everything from, especially my eating habits. That was the main thing. Like the stuff I guys
That of
you
all
know,
things,
and
ate.
if I'm going to pick one thing that we did attack you the most on, it would be your eating habits.
Yeah.
And which is so weird because it's like people can eat whatever the crap they want. It's just we didn't understand that you didn't like Thai, you didn't like Indian, you didn't like Mexican, you didn't like anything, and anytime we went out,
I liked McDonald's.
you did. You like McDonald's.
And that's the easiest place in the world to stop off.
yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. And that's why it's totally unfair.
So I would just get attacked over and over and over again. And then if I'd be mopey, I got to deal with you guys, especially your beloved wife, calling me emo nonstop. Emo. And then I had to hear this constantly. Sensitive. Like it'd be like, oh, PJ,
I'm gonna
hey,
start doing that just to infuriate.
Is that the
you.
Jehovah's Witness of like version of fag? Is that what they're trying to say? Yeah.
It is.
It's like, oh, hey, PJ, we went out to the melting pot last night and had some fondue. What'd you do? Eat a big thing of SpaghettiOs? Yeah, I ate some SpaghettiOs. Oh, sorry, don't freak out. Oh, look at your emo hair. Your emotions have to
I
match
don't
your
remember
emo
that,
hair.
but if I could go back in time, I would totally back that up. 'Cause that was so sweet.
But then I think
You
like,
back it up.
Yeah,
You
he
would
would-
retract it. You back it
I
up.
back it up.
but I think back to
Spaghetti sensitive.
the early days when I worked there, it was always great. It was always fun. But something happened. I think when you guys
Do you
realized,
remember
like,
the day
no, I don't. But
No, it would
Chris,
be
do you
cool if
remember
he
the
did.
day
Yeah.
that
I
you
totally
hated PJ?
do. No,
Started
I
shitting
remember
on him?
when the shit went down.
You did?
Please.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Well, it was kind of dark out. It was gray, kind of drizzly,
Is
and
he
nobody
making a
wanted
joke
to be
right
there.
I don't know.
No. Me and Jordan and PJ piled into a truck, and it was already tight quarters. You know what I'm saying?
This is
Right.
good.
Very
This is
tight,
good.
right?
Tight quarters?
Yeah,
Tight
very hot and sweaty in
Hold
here
on,
already.
hold on.
Very small room.
Okay, you
I
got
like it where
one.
the story's going.
I grabbed hold of the stick shift.
Oh, the cock.
There you go. Excellent.
He said stick shift. He didn't have to go cock. That's not even a gay joke. That's just you saying cock.
Yeah, I just want to say cock. That's exactly what that was. Sit back
No,
enough
I actually
times.
don't remember.
Oh, man. I really thought you had a story up
No,
until that.
I got a
Were
story,
you
but
shifting
you
his
don't wanna hear
gears?
What?
it. I got a story because I was totally make believe.
That's why we don't want
I almost
One
wanna hear you
long
make
setup.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
curious now.
Yeah.
I just remember it was awful, and then I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I totally confer with that because he was already going through a ton of crap, and then like people.
Yeah, I got married too young and in a tremendous amount of debt, and there was all sorts of shit going on. I was growing up while I was getting married.
To be fair, though, you're still married, and you're
Yeah.
still in a shit ton of debt.
No,
Like,
that's
you,
not
you
true.
made it work.
Yeah, but don't you
That's
feel,
100% not
even
true.
if you did, don't you feel more comfortable now than you did?
Oh, I'm not in. I'm way.
No,
way.
even if you
we
had this,
never
even
had
if you
money
had
back
more than that amount of debt, doesn't it feel more comfortable now?
then. That's a weird question. Just because I don't have that kind of debt, like yes, it does. I think that I would hate being in that much debt. Like I seriously just never had money back then.
No, you didn't.
Like
that's
ever,
true.
ever. And I still
Which explains
gambled a lot back
McDonald's,
then with any little bit of
Yeah,
money
he-
I had.
That's the real reason he wanted to eat.
yeah.
Poor guy.
But yeah, just tell Jordan to fuck off, and I hate him.
Jordan, take a hike.
Tell Josh to go tell his dad. I wonder if when Josh's wife was divorcing him, he was like, I will tell my father if you don't treat me with respect. That'd be his thing. We weren't working. It'd be hours after a shift. And everything was, I'm going to tell my father. And then in the end, it would be
Wait,
like...
was his father a position within the religion, and that's why it was a threat? Or?
I wasn't in the
I
religion.
think
It was just 'cause he
I
was
wasn't in the
construction.
religion, so that wouldn't matter.
It was. He is such a strong determining factor in Joshua's life. How can he not be a determining factor in everybody's life? It's
I
like
see.
my mom's so powerful
incredibly
that
deep.
she's going to spank you, pretty much.
But I would like
Well, I
turn
gotta
to
see
the
his mom before I
I would
figure
turn
that
to
out.
the group and I'd be like, you guys got to help me out here. He's being ridiculous. And it's like, no, you need to realize that he's ridiculous and you just have to let him be.
Yeah, there
and that's
could have been
another
some of
big
that.
thing that is like not, that's just not okay with me. Like, I'm
And
not
the
willing to deal
reason
with
your
that.
wife has so much resentment towards, I wouldn't say Chris specifically, but that whole group
A lot
is
towards
based
Chris.
on.
Is it mostly towards me?
It's mostly towards you and your wife, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
But
I mean, and I'm sorry to say it, but
how
that's
much
cool.
of this was she privy to? I mean,
oh,
like,
I'd come home every day just fuming.
Yeah,
mad.
can you
Do you think she
imagine?
blames like your
Can you
descent into
imagine that, though?
gambling
Like, you
and
come
money
home-
fucking spending and
Yeah.
everything on this group of
although
guys?
towards the end of my time there was really when I that's like when I finally stopped gambling a lot. It was when we
Stop
first
gambling
moved
a lot, sure.
When we first moved to town is like when I was still gambling a whole bunch. But at this point, like we made the choice, we're already going to move back to Yakima and stuff. There was one guy in the fucking crew still willing to work with me, and I was afraid he was going to eat me all the time. But yeah, so I'd go home all the time, and like she was like, I mean, I was just like depressed all the time. You know, this is a guy who was like my best friend, and now like we can't even sit in the same truck together anymore. And there's just like tension everywhere.
Talk to
like
Chris. Don't talk to me.
A lot of tension between your
Bring
wife.
it my way.
There was a lot of tension between your wife and I, and like me and Jordan weren't talking. Me and Joshua just fucking hated each other. So I mean, it was all
hated
bad. So I had to like go home, and she had to hear about that all the time.
I know,
You
I
know,
can
see a lot of
imagine
it.
that.
We lived in the same town. We lived in your
Yeah.
father-in-law's driveway.
Yeah.
Did we already establish how long it's been since you guys have seen each other? Because like this was the bitter
4
end
years
for a
ago.
little bit at least.
Yeah, this is no,
PJ
this
Blue
is
Town.
this is honestly where we pick up now.
Yeah.
Right these
Right now?
hours
Yeah.
from the last
This
time
was
we saw
pretty
each
much
other.
exactly.
And Chris, can I
4
say
years
you've been
ago.
a delight today?
Oh, I appreciate that.
I've enjoyed my time with you
Well,
today.
thank you
I really
very
have.
much.
I didn't mean to make it gay.
I would say the same, but I have to make sure I keep hating you for my wife's sake.
Oh, I appreciate that.
She'll be very disappointed. She did say,
Which is odd because you know I only got like sweet things to say about your wife. She made us.
she's a
Did I
sweetheart.
not back it up this morning or earlier today? She made killer fajitas.
yes.
The girl was awesome. She was like so sweet all the time, 100%.
She is very sweet.
If she hated me, she never let on.
I wouldn't
never
say she
let
hates
it on.
you. I'm just saying, like all
Well,
this.
she might
Oh,
hate me.
PJ's nodding. Apparently, she does.
Well,
she does. She. I mean, she said it in that episode over and over and over again.
I don't think she used the word hate at any time.
No, she
I never heard
absolutely
an
did.
episode where she.
Yes,
said
you
she-
did. We already recapped your Facebook account.
Really?
Yes.
Episode 32.
You
She
listened to
says
it-
she hates me.
I'm
Yes.
pretty. She was
Episode
like,
32. I hate Chris. Everybody hates Chris.
I think she was saying. I think she was
yeah,
saying it
yeah.
ironically.
No, because
Because I really don't remember it.
But yeah, you've got nice things to say about her because you didn't have someone coming home saying like, "Check out what this person."
oh yeah,
does.
damn straight.
But she's afraid that we're going to be friends again, and then I'm going to try to force her to hang out with you guys. And this is a good.
Wow,
this is a good story.
Ouch, that
Hey,
is
I
painful.
admit, maybe
Chris,
back
just
then,
to warn you, the next thing that comes is drinking and her boobs. So
I have no problem saying that my wife is like extremely bitchy, and when she decides something, she fucking decides it, and that's just her thing. But when she saw that I was yours and Joelle's friend on Facebook now, she flipped out. And she was like, when we move back over there, you can go have flan with them all you want. I'm not going to go. I'm not going.
This is
You
a
are
shout out
making
to
this so
Alvina.
much more awkward now because obviously, like, based on tonight, based on all day today, Chris, we've been hanging out for like 8 hours before we even sat down and recorded.
Yeah.
I feel like I like you more now than I ever have, and I've said that before. And so now it's going to be awkward now. Vina's just being bitchy around him.
Well, she's never going to be around him.
No, she can be around me if she's going to be.
She
doesn't
refuses
wanna
to
be.
be around me.
She
That's
can
the
be
point.
bitchy around me too if she wanted to. Elvina, you can be bitchy
And,
around me.
we're-
if you
this
want
is
to.
not
She
to
is
say-
listening, so say whatever you want to her.
Well,
Actually,
here's
let's
the thing.
Let's give Chris a minute to talk
Okay, I
directly
just
to your
want to
wife.
say this. No matter
Okay.
how much fun we're having right now, this is not to say I've forgiven you for any of this. We're going to start hanging out all the time now. I swear
man.
to God. That sucks. That was an awful fucking year of my life. I used to hold a lot of
That
resentment.
sucks because I really was hoping to be friends with PJ.
I really hold on to it. Everyone wants
It's
to
a
be
great
my
guy to be
friend.
friends with.
Which is weird because we were friends all day, weren't we?
Yes.
I mean,
of course.
seriously.
We had a great time.
But it's not like we
It's
had
kinda
open
like-
dialogue all day too, though.
It's-
We've been talking about shit like this all day.
That's true.
yeah,
that's true.
And I think we've gotten more comfortable.
And I knew there was some reserved, but I didn't know that PJ didn't like me altogether.
he doesn't not like you. I
Well,
won't
he
speak for you,
kind of
PJ.
doesn't like me.
Again, he's doing a nod. That's not.
It's kind of like in the Buttercream Gang when Scott dared
love it already.
to hang out with him for a day.
Wait, which part?
I dare you to spend the day with me. That's kind of what today was.
Well, if
No, it's
you
kind of our
want,
last hurrah, Chris. I'll write you a letter from Chicago and tell you how the Tigers are doing.
wow. So I find out right now, everybody,
Yeah.
PJ hates me.
Yes.
Number
This was
one.
I think
And
you
I'm
call it a
supposed to
sting
be
operation.
Episode 32.
And I didn't realize that. I must be too naive. PJ hates me, and on top of that, I am PJ's friend Chris. So that means everybody here hates me.
That's true.
Yes. Yes.
So that's kind
Oh,
of
exclude me from that sentence. I have never met you, sir.
You and Zach could totally become best.
Yeah, we're like
Zach-
we're besties today.
Yeah. Zach, you just met Chris today. Do you hate him?
No. And the synopsis for this episode is
What a good time.
Zach's friend Chris shows up to record an episode with me.
Seriously, do I seem like an asshole?
No.
No.
But there's been a lot of apologizing going on
Yeah,
today.
sure.
Continual.
I mean,
Do
Zach,
you want
to
to
be
take
fair-
a second and address Alvina? Do you want to talk to her?
Let's
you
do
want
that
to
for a
defend
second.
back?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll talk to
Or
Alvina.
do you want to take a couple minutes and fucking trash her?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
Well, I'll tell you what. You have the next minute and a half to yourself.
3, 2,
Give-
1, go.
Give a personal message to PJ's wife, Elvina.
Oh, me? I gotta.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. If you feel like you need to say anything to her.
Well, Elvina, this is Chris, and
Music.
I really
No talking, PJ.
did not realize that you hated me so much. And if you were, if I was causing you tough times, back in Washington, Western Washington,
Where you currently live.
I backed it up.
Sorry,
Western
go ahead.
Washington. Okay, thanks, boss. I do apologize, and honestly, I like you tremendous, which is what kind of it hurts honestly a little bit because you were so sweet. We went to your house. I always remember this. Whenever I think of Elvina, I think of the day you go. I make my homemade tortillas. My mom taught me how to make them, and I went to your house and you made them, and you made fajitas for us, and we had a great time. And that was only 2.5, 3 months before you guys took off. And I understand that your husband came home and I was a dick, 100%, and all the people at the work were dicks, and I've got no reason to, explanation for it. So I apologize. And so that's all I want to say. If you hate me forever, fine, but I apologize. And if you guys move here, your daughter's cute, and I would like to hang out with you
That's
guys.
a lie.
Oh, see, look at these
Zach,
guys.
shut the fuck up. How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to steal. I'm sorry. Finish.
No, and if you don't want to hang out with us, that's fine. But we'll still invite you places and be annoying.
I think somebody's
people.
going to get a Facebook friend request this week, Chris.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I think you should look in your inbox, and you might have brought her around.
Oh, that's excellent.
I appreciate that you did that. Like, that's really cool of you.
Because what the hell? I mean, what are we, 12? Seriously, are we 12? Are we going to be angry at each other forever? I mean, this is adults talking to each other now. Seriously, if I messed up, and I admit I did, I do apologize. Honestly.
But do you know what I mean? It's not like,
I do.
It's not like, I'm so angry at you. Like I'm just still holding a grudge. Although I do pride myself on my grudge holding capabilities.
That's just my wife.
It was just it was a terrible year of my life. And I just decided when I left, I'm never going to hang out with these people again.
Then why did you become my Facebook friend?
I want to see it. You requested me. I don't know. Who did I reject? Who did I reject someone on Facebook?
Seriously, I've rejected so many people on Facebook, especially if I absolutely hate them the way you hate me.
But we're not saying that necessarily. I'm just saying
Not necessarily.
Not
does he hate
necessarily
you.
hate you. I don't want you to not buy me
would
drinks.
you be okay? Would you be okay with the friendship where we're like, okay, we can meet here, but don't bring anybody from your family. I won't bring my wife, and we'll just go hang out completely by ourselves, and then you can go home later. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't come to my house, I don't go to your house. I don't want to see any of those people. My wife obviously doesn't want to see you. Like,
I don't know,
a day
based
much
on-
like today.
Oh, okay.
Where
So,
you go way out of the way to come without your wife, without anybody, just to hang out.
honestly,
That's not
I
friendship.
put a ton of stuff aside today to hang out with you because I was so excited to hang out with you. So yes,
I was also very excited.
This guy.
I was.
He was excited.
No. He was.
Was he? The guy
Zach
He was talking about. Yeah, he was talking about it all day
We've
today.
both
Yeah,
been
like-
hanging out with PJ
No.
all day.
What did he
was
say
excited.
about it though? Like excited in what way? Because what I've heard.
Because he wanted to attack you on the podcast.
Yeah.
obviously.
Exactly. And the second I got here,
No, that's not true, Chris. I just said that it's a
no, it's
like,
obvious because I've been hearing tidbits of it all night. If I
of what?
didn't hear tidbits,
like obviously he holds some resentment, but you
Oh,
had
yeah.
to have known that.
Oh, I knew.
You guys went through your shit together.
I was.
You do know that
I
I'm
was in
sensitive.
denial. I was in denial that he would be this uber upset about it.
Yeah, man,
Really?
you guys fucking pissed me off, and I hang on to it.
Yeah, and he hangs
I
on
really
to
do.
it.
He
No one
does.
had my
He
back
does.
back then.
I had-
And it was the
No, I
hardest time of my life. I was going through. Like, okay, it could be easy for you to become and be a really good friend to me now, but my life's going great right now. Like, in the time that it was needed, like, that's when I moved to Yakima and met Zach and started hanging out with Zach, you know what I mean? Like, that was a completely different kind of thing.
So you're saying Zach's a better friend than Chris? Let's establish this.
Why are we bringing me to this fucking...
Well, at the same time, Zach never gave me a job when I needed a job. Which
Oh,
Chris
okay.
did, so.
Well, screw Chris.
No, I say screw Zach based on that.
No, but yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
Do you?
Yeah. Let's go. Oh, it's so awesome though because I'm sitting here and I'm hated. I'm
You're
absolutely
not hated by me. I can say I have a newfound respect.
You couldn't
for you,
even
Chris.
really say that you're
I really do. I think you're greater now than I ever thought before. And
but that's saying you go from a guy you hate to somebody you don't want to
I
die.
never hated you. I only hated you because I was sure you hated me.
Well, and coming, I'm hearing about you like coming on the show all day, and stuff like that. I never like formed an opinion like these guys.
Really?
Never talked enough
No, what's your
shit
opinion
one way or the
now?
other for me
Yeah.
to be like,
Yeah,
oh,
what is
I'm
your
gonna fucking
opinion
hate this
now,
guy,
Zach?
or anything like that.
It was more like, what's going to happen? Is this going to be awesome?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
I had
That's
no
what you guys
idea.
were honestly worried about all day. It was just like
I know.
you
I was worried because I haven't seen Chris in 10 years or whatever, and he could still hate me as much as I feared he did then.
I might even possibly try to force you to smoke.
That was really the extent of the hate. It's not like he ever beat up on you or anything.
No, but
I did
forcing me
kind
to the
of.
ground and putting a cigarette in my mouth is pretty much beating me up.
Yeah. No, I
You've
did.
beaten up my pride at that point, to be sure.
Yeah. Totally.
Chris was there when Nick K pushed you into the bush in Seattle.
That's right.
Episode 33, Meow Games. Listen to it, except for Nick K. Don't listen to that again. 'Cause we don't need another email.
Skin it.
Blood Brotherhood.
That's a great thing, guys. PJ just snips the stuff that we don't need.
Like foreskin, right, guys? Mm-hmm. Not us.
I remember how
Oh,
much
I remember Chris.
I remember how much I made fun of you for having foreskin.
Chris would always tell me, you need to pay the money and deal with the pain and go get circumcised. Otherwise, a
I
girl's
did.
going to look at you and just laugh in your face.
That's
right.
not true, Chris. I've had sex with up to 3 girls.
Oh.
And
they didn't laugh?
They all don't laugh at, at the time anyway.
Yeah.
Adult circumcision is a process.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like 6 weeks of absolute pain, I think.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
There's a lot of suffering after the fact.
Well, then don't do that. That sounds painful.
What about you, Zach? You circumcised or no?
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Evangelical Christian. Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was part of it.
You cut that sin right away, huh?
Yeah, I can't be a Gentile. You know, I can't be.
PJ and I are both uncircumcised, although that
Me
doesn't
too.
tie back into the
You guys are gonna burn in
religion,
hell.
really.
Then that's
It was our
just,
parents'
obvious.
laziness and refusal to spend any money,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, I was also uncircumcised.
Really?
Yeah.
So technically, because if you're
Until when? You had an adult
Currently.
circumcision?
Currently.
No. Then why would you shit on PJ?
Well, I didn't want to feel like I was clumped into that kind of weird.
Okay, you're doing some character I don't understand right now. I'd like to move on from this.
Okay.
Speaking of the religion,
Yeah, I feel like Zach segued us.
yeah, I was trying. It's all right.
I saw it.
But he really could have blended that with homosexuality in some way.
Do uncircumcised? They're longer, right?
Yes.
What's that?
So isn't
And
that like
gay
cheating
guys
if PJ's
like that.
uncircumcised and just slightly shorter than me?
I don't think that really counts into it. What's big is big.
wait, guys, are we comparing cock size right now?
It's
We
not
are-
like
I
a
think
couple
it's time for
inches of
me.
foreskin, that's for sure.
Wait, guys.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, I really don't want to go down
No,
this
don't want to go
road.
to this. I just
4 heterosexuals in a room, we don't want to do this?
Okay, do religion now.
Oh, I will.
Segue. Wait. Segue.
I got one, maybe.
And you know what's up with penises that are circumcised? J-dubs. They love them. They love 'em.
Bad segue.
And what's up with that, anyways?
Chris, let me ask you a serious question about being
like a Seinfeld stand-up.
about being a supposed Jehovah's Witness right
Okay.
now. When's the last time you knocked on somebody's door? How long has it
Back
been?
door.
A little while. Oh, no.
one.
Let's clarify. Let's clarify this, please.
Earlier today.
Earlier today?
Well, knock on somebody's back door. I was just rolling with it.
Yeah. Okay. You're pretty drunk downtown, and that's
Yeah, exactly.
Seattle is known for its gays.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
but Jehovah's Witnesses aren't known for their gays.
Oh, that's true.
Are we aren't?
No?
We're
Oh,
not?
There's plenty.
I know there's plenty, but they're all hiding it. They're all masking the
not
fact.
really though.
All right. Well, let's talk about. Give us an honest rundown of your religion, of your faith in God and the Jehovah's Witness religion.
Oh wait, my faith or my Jehovah's Witnesses?
Both. I mean, I guess.
you a
Which one do you
Jehovah's
want
Witness?
first?
Do they not intertie?
Yes.
Okay. Quit being confusing.
I knew this would happen.
Okay, go.
Here's my first question. Will you give us a straight answer at all tonight?
Nice. No, you do it, Zach.
What? No, I'm.
You really had nothing with
Nobody
that.
was smiling
A
here.
straight answer.
Yeah, that would have been
Jeez
good. That
Louise.
would have been good.
Okay, now start over.
Are you one of Jehovah's Witnesses?
I witness about Jehovah, I would say.
God, here we
To
go.
us, in like a really veiled
Didn't I?
way.
Didn't I today?
What?
Wasn't I like the most evangelical person you've
no,
ever met?
No.
As you were
well.
stumbling drunk and down the
You never tried to sell us on God at any point tonight.
Well, I'm working my way up to it.
okay.
Don't worry about it.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of books in my bag here.
I know you've been hanging out all day, but
Uh-huh.
are you going to leave tomorrow morning and there's going to be a watchtower
gonna walk
and a
out
wake
your
on
door.
my fucking porch?
I'm going to walk out your door, I'm going to close the door, and then I'm going to knock on it. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize for the best joke
I'm
in
sure
the world.
there's a whole bunch of better material inside me. Okay, now what's the next question?
We asked you a question, and you strayed away from it, as you tend to do.
Oh, wait, okay. No,
Are
the
you a
question-
Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah,
right
I
now?
witness about Jehovah.
Okay, that's what you said last time, and it got us nowhere.
Wait,
Except for the best joke
wait.
bit.
That's like saying, are you a weightlifter? And yes, I lift weights.
No, it's not at all like that.
That's actually
No.
100%.
I think
No,
they're
no,
saying,
no, no.
"Are you a weightlifter?" and "How do you lift weights?"
And do you lift weights?
You gotta
I guess
elaborate.
If you're
Right
if you
question,
witness
Chris.
about Jehovah,
It is a confusing question.
You know,
I'm a
it
little
really
confused here.
really comes down to what you view as a Jehovah's Witness. If you view a Jehovah's Witness as somebody who witnesses about Jehovah, then yes, I'm a Jehovah's Witness because I witness about Jehovah.
To who, though?
But
People.
okay.
Things.
Then that could be
Places.
like you talk about God, you love God, and everything like that.
Yeah.
We're talking about the rules and regulations and the status and the society of the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses.
I don't think I've broken any rules yet.
I'm not
Yes,
saying
you
you
have.
have.
I've
I'm not.
witnessed it.
I'm not even.
Oh no, wait, back in the day, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
even saying.
but
that.
not like
witnessed, I
today.
said.
I don't think.
I'm saying, are you a member of that group? Not do you believe in God and do you talk about God with people? Are you a member
Oh, if they
of
line
the
me up?
group of Jehovah's Witnesses?
If they line me up, yeah, I'd sign on that line.
That is not an answer.
drawing
That
the
is
line
so
in the
an
sand
answer.
here.
There's
No,
not even
no,
a better
no.
answer than that.
I feel like you've been pretty upfront about everything we brought up tonight, but this
Do you
is the
belie-
one thing that I cannot get a straight answer from you.
Okay.
Like, do you believe in God? First
Yes.
of all, you do.
Yes,
You believe that Jehovah is God?
I'm a creationist with variations.
Do you believe that what
Okay.
Jehovah's Witnesses teach is the truth?
I think they've got a pretty firm grasp on what the Bible says.
Really? So you believe in the Bible as a thing?
Yeah.
I mean, we all know it's a thing. It exists.
It exists.
It is a noun.
Do
You know,
bel-
it does have a lot of things that are questionable about it, and whether
Yeah.
how serious.
Talking snakes? Come on, Chris.
Yeah, and how serious we take those things, and how physical we take those things, and how literal we take those things,
Right.
depending on the person.
And do you feel that it's fair when I say that as a Jehovah's Witness, growing up as a Jehovah's Witness anyway, that they rationalize, like later on when something hasn't come to pass that they've already predicted?
Yeah, and
Like,
then they
rewrite everything.
Yeah, and then they'll say something
all the
else.
time.
Totally,
And that's, I would say more than anything, that's what made me bail.
damn straight, and that's
Is
what
the
makes a
fact that,
lot of people bail.
You know, like they're obviously writing.
That's what I was saying earlier today.
They're making it up as they go along.
That's what I was saying earlier today when the society said, when the society said that if you get a organ transplant, that is the same as cannibalism, not allowed. That was like 1962. What do they say now? Nothing.
About organ transplant?
Yes, it's no longer cannibalism, but they don't want to say that it's not.
Yeah. So how much longer now before blood transfusions are suddenly okay?
I don't know.
Whenever it's convenient for
Whenever it's
Jehovah's Witness
convenient.
to get one.
Could be.
And that's
More
it
than
seems
likely, it's when
obvious
a
to me.
elder needs something,
Yeah.
like he gets his
When
dick
like
cut off or
someone
something and needs a...
high up in the governing
Yeah.
body, he's going to be able to interpret some scripture in a way to where like that
Which
was
is
okay.
what they
Yeah.
do. Like
Or like I say,
every
there-
5 or 6 years, it's some
Eventually-
reinterpretation of a scripture, and now we're doing things this way now.
yeah.
That's what infuriates.
And
me.
eventually, when all of their prophecies are just proven to be a joke, like I said earlier, they're gonna just go, okay, now we all have to commit mass suicide together, and that's what's gonna get us to live.
Ooh,
I do
that'd
like
be
Kool-Aid,
crazy.
That would be crazy. Would you do that? Are you
Commit
so much of a
suicide?
Jehovah's Witness that you
Yeah,
would follow them
you know
right
me.
into that?
I'm totally going to commit suicide, PJ.
No, I know, but you're also devoted to this religion, apparently. So, like, if it came,
Or
to that,
is it because that your family and your wife's family are in the religion and you
Well,
don't want
if somebody's going to tell me to commit suicide and they can't interpret it, there's
they
no
can't
there's,
falsely
there is
interpret
no
the Bible.
there's no way that they can interpret it the same way if they can't accurately interpret anything, any one thing from the Bible that I cannot find how they interpret, then it does not fly with me. It doesn't fly.
Yeah, but in the religion, you can't pick and choose what you do and don't agree with.
And who says that?
All of
Everybody.
Them. You have to blindly
Okay, if
follow
you want to
everything.
blindly follow a faith, that's your decision.
It amazes.
I choose to not blindly follow any faith.
But you are. You obviously are.
Why?
Because
Because
I mean, based on off my conversation.
Because you give them a number by being one of them. Now you are one of them. You help drive their number up. And if you don't agree with everything they say, then you shouldn't have anything to do with
well,
them.
that's your opinion. Honestly,
But what's your opinion? I'm unclear
I've already,
on your
I've already
opinion.
told you your
But
my
you're-
opinion.
you're-
You haven't though. You haven't.
You're part of a religion, and you support a religion that says if
I support a religion that has.
Hold
Go
on.
for it.
Like if a member of a religion does this, then they can be disfellowshipped, kicked out of it for a period of 6 months to however long, and not be able to have anyone talk to them. And so you're in a religion that supports that, but at the same time, you will do something, and this isn't to say that you do, but you could do something where that should be your punishment, and you're like, well, I don't agree with that part of it,
So I won't confess.
So someone else who's equal to me in the religion who like did come through and confess so that they can like take their punishment or whatever, because being grounded for 6 months is going to make Jehovah forgive you. Like you can just decide, oh yeah, that doesn't apply to me.
Okay, I'm trying to wrap my brain around the question.
Good question.
Yes.
No, it was good.
Yes,
It was solid.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, you're better than everybody.
Thank you.
We covered that.
Is that it though? Like I feel like you're not really giving us answers.
No, I gave you the.
Like
if I can re-explain everything he just said and then say yes at the end, that's exactly what just happened.
Okay. I guess I'm still unclear though. Like,
Okay, now ask another question.
I'll ask plenty of other
I'm
questions.
still unqueer, no matter how long I spend
Yeah,
in
because
capital.
seriously, Zach, you're letting your whole.
I'm just fascinated by this whole thing going on here. This is very intense. For the listeners at home, it is.
Seriously,
Very
I don't think you should
intense.
have to mold yourself into.
Not
anything
everybody
now.
that's listening is stuck in the room with us.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
know.
There's some clear.
I'm
tension
shrinking
going on.
into the
I
corner
know,
here.
I know. Because you didn't grow up like us.
Don't bring
Zach.
me in. Don't bring
You
me
didn't
in.
grow up like us,
No.
and you shouldn't have.
Very similar. But I, at the same time, I understand what you're saying. And with my religion, that's why I stepped away from it, is because I don't do
Wait,
that.
what
I
were
don't
you?
do- that's evangelical.
Evangelical.
Yeah.
What does that do?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the documentary Jesus Camp?
You ever seen Lost?
No.
Evangeline Lilly.
God, I made that joke last episode.
No, what do they believe?
Remember when my cousin Tim was really into Jesus?
No.
And he would go to that church where they like sang songs.
No.
and-
By
It's
Jesus,
it's
do you
the people
mean
that
South
sit
Park?
there and flop on the
Freaked
floor
out
and
and
you know
stuff like
speak
that.
in tongues and air
Really?
quotes and kill baby killers and
That is
kill homos
interesting.
and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah.
They kill baby killers and homos.
the extreme branch
They would
of that
like for
preach
God
that.
to.
Oh, so
Yes.
that's like the
Yeah.
not the Mormon,
Yeah.
the Muslim.
Uh,
Muslim extremists kill people and other Muslims.
Yeah, it's sort of, I guess. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Maybe not quite as extreme. As
But
Muslims.
usually, if somebody
broader range of it,
bombs an abortion clinic, it's going to be
yeah, they just kind of go, that's God's will. Praise Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that type of
crazy.
thing. So yeah.
well,
but-
I mean that's
It's not that crazy, Chris.
No, I'm not saying that the people are crazy. I'm saying
I mean,
couldn't
I
believe-
agree that it is crazy, but not that crazy compared to what you're still doing with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I just don't fully get it.
Okay.
Like, I feel like, for the most part, hanging out with you today, that you're on the same level as us as far as, like, what you do and don't believe in or subscribe to.
Yeah.
Except for that one thing.
Which is?
And religion.
Okay.
Specifically Jehovah's Witnesses.
Okay, so I have a different belief system than you.
And that's fine. I understand that. People have different belief systems than me. But didn't you indicate earlier that a lot of it ties back to your family and, like, worrying about...
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So what does that say, though? Like, you're
That
just worried
says-
about
that
offending
says-
a family?
That says you have a piton in a door, is pretty much what it is. There's another nail in that holds you, that grounds you to a religion.
I get that to a degree.
If both your families died suddenly, would you still go? And
I
you
would
didn't
have
to
a
worry?
more lax relationship with the Jehovah's Witness
Right.
organization.
But the fact that you just said that, doesn't that make you think, like, you're an adult?
and am I making my own decisions?
Are you
Isn't
making
that
your own
crazy that I
decisions?
can make my own decisions and still come to a conclusion that doesn't really make sense?
It is kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
yes.
totally.
It is. It absolutely is. And that's why I have so many questions.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy because there's so many religions like that. I mean, most religions.
I feel like
if you
you're
really
taking a
think-
sarcastic tone right now,
No,
but I'm really...
I'm not. Because if you think about faith in general, isn't faith ridiculous? Faith.
Yes, it is.
Faith.
Yes, it is.
To just blindly believe that that's the way it is. God gave me a milk carton on the side of the road because I prayed. Yet he lets babies die in Africa or be raped to death. You know? Doesn't that
Yes.
seem a little
Yes.
Way to
weird?
go is being raped to death.
Well, that's what they do in Africa. They rape
It's a fun
babies
job.
to death because they're so uneducated.
They rape babies?
They rape
to death?
babies to death because they believe there is a systematic belief that it cures AIDS. And so they rape them to death.
See, that makes sense to me almost. Sorry.
So I guess
It obviously does.
I guess
That's
you have your
Chris.
faith.
Chris really looked at me like I believed that we should rape babies to death.
You never know what somebody's going to say to prove a point.
I believe.
We haven't hung out in a while.
I
Maybe that's where I'm at now.
I
Anyway,
subscribe to the whatever floats your boat theory. Personally. If that's what you want to do. Say love. You.
that's my religion.
I'm going to have the religion of like ridiculous cliches, and there's a few people at work I can borrow them.
We never really started from the beginning, which I'm not going to start from the beginning because that would be ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Well, what did we touch on so far?
God created the heavens and the earth.
No, I'm not talking about God.
That was the beginning.
No, we started.
That was a solid joke.
We started how I met you in the A&W parking lot.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's
Yeah,
true.
we touched on your cousin.
Did you already explain
We
why
saw
you call her
my
Swirly Tea?
cousin.
Because I was confused why you called her Swirly Tea. That was her AOL
Oh
name.
no, that's her code name on the podcast.
Yeah, and that
so
was
anybody
her
that listens
AOL
already
screen
knows, like, oh, this is that person. That was a code
okay.
name. So that part's fine. So we touched on Swirly Tea.
Yeah.
We say
Bullshit
fact on
Facebook
this.
on it.
Nick,
If we
Nick
have-
is
okay,
pro-homo marriage.
Wait. We haven't even started
Okay,
yet.
here we go.
Chris, how do you legitimately feel, minus your family's feelings about it,
Okay.
about homosexuality?
My buddy Robbie
About
is
bags.
a homosexual.
Yes.
And I
Your
have
buddy
to go-
Robbie, who's not a Jehovah's Witness?
Ooh, no, he's
Because that's not allowed.
It isn't?
You're not allowed to have a friend that's a homosexual, basally, and yet you do.
Crazy.
It is
See,
interesting.
he won't admit to anything. Like,
I know.
just so he has
He just makes the
deniability. When Elder Harris listens to
Yeah.
And that's the only frustrating thing about you right now, Chris.
What am I doing?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what Pete just said. We bring up homosexuals. You give a
I'm
non-defining
not even
response.
done talking about queers and what they're doing to our soil.
How dare
That a
you,
kid.
sir? Chris is taking over on the queer joke.
Yeah.
Queers. How I feel about queers. As far as marriage is concerned? Well,
As
we
far
gotta
as
pick a
anything is
subject.
concerned, as far as the lifestyle itself.
I think homosexuality is something that is a fad. For one.
Wow.
Wait, stop.
Okay, sorry.
In one.
I meant WoW World of Warcraft, by the
Oh,
way.
cool. Yeah, awesome. Because that's what he's doing right now, level 35.
Which makes me a fag also.
I think part of it is a fad. I think part of it is due to. I don't think originally our design was to be homosexual at all.
Whether I agree with that or not, I think some people are born into homosexuality.
But that also
agree.
goes into like
Imperfection of
creationism.
some self.
Right.
That goes into creation. Like if it
You
wasn't our
would call it an
desi-
imperfection, though, Chris?
What's
I'm
that?
sorry, PJ.
to say that it wasn't our design to be homosexuals. That's like saying that we were created by God with a plan, which is not what I think most of the people in this room think. Do you know what I mean?
In
So
this
to
room,
say
sure.
that homosexuals are not originally designed, the original design of humans were not to be homosexuals.
I don't think there's a design of humans,
Oh, okay, that's fine.
right? Does that make any sense?
I don't think so.
So
It's not like-
no, that's true because if you
It's-
believe in evolutionism,
Right.
the
We're
Big
just
Bang,
what
the
we
Big
are.
Bang
We
theory
weren't
that we started from a
created
single
with
cell
a
organism,
purpose.
Right.
then randomness or what's the word I'm looking for when something's erratic? Yeah, pretty much that.
Erratic.
If chaos,
Okay.
if chaos is the leader, then then that's fine. Then I guess homosexuality is just another aspect of human existence.
Right. So you have a problem with that, though?
No.
You don't.
Do I want to have sex with a man? No.
I don't want to have sex with a man either. That's not the question. I'm only bringing this up because...
Know what you said last night.
Do I think they should marry? I don't understand why everybody cares. What difference does it make to
Well,
anybody
it's
else?
not that everybody cares. It's just that you are making a point not to care. Where, like, it's... I'll tell you the example is, like, somebody... I have a handful of homosexual friends.
Yeah.
And so, like, something comes across on Facebook where I'm like, hey, are you for or against gay marriage? And I said for. And then the only Facebook comment I got on that status update was from you, which says, what the hell do I care?
Exactly.
And I just took that like, I guess I made a statement myself in saying yes, but then why did you have to say no to shit on me?
No, I didn't say no. I said what I don't get
You
is
said, what the hell do I care? Which is worse than no.
Which is why does anybody care? What benefits do they get, and how does it hurt me?
Have you
The
ever
point
commented
is-
on a Facebook update of mine before that? No. Like, that's the one time you
You
decided to make a
rarely
statement.
do Facebook updates.
Oh, I constantly do, only because it's connected to my Twitter. But
Well, then you don't let me know because honestly, I often make references to.
I don't know.
everybody.
Maybe I jumped to conclusions. I just thought like you were personally offended by that particular.
No,
thing.
I wasn't.
You're
offended.
right. You're right when you say why should anybody care, but the point is they do. The rest of us
There's tons of
have
Republicans
an obligation
give a rat's.
to, even if it is clicking a button, to make it to where it's legal.
Twitter
It
sounds
is-
like a gay fucking dance club.
I could care.
It is
It
absolutely
makes just as much sense for me as gays to be able to be married as
There's
me
no
to be able
reason
to be
not
married.
to.
But
Yeah.
does it cost me any money?
No.
Okay, I guess
They-
if you're
they
thinking
can
about
live
it that way,
together.
If it costs me $10, I say no.
it's fine.
Simple as that.
Why?
Because
That's
I don't want
just
to pay
selfish.
$10.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That is selfish because
Okay, well, welcome to America.
Touche.
that was a good tag.
I don't know. I guess that, I don't really care either, but I do think it's ridiculous that it's illegal. My heart's not in this argument because I really don't care about it that
Exactly.
much. I really don't. I
I only care
absolutely...
because I felt like Chris made me care about it. Again.
I make you
absolutely
think,
that it should be
excellent.
legal.
What's that?
I absolutely think that it should be legal. I don't understand why there are so many people in this world, country runners. Like I've always thought, when are the old people with all these ridiculous thoughts and theories and values and stuff like that? Like when are they just all gonna fucking die off to a point where they haven't passed it on to anybody else, and we just stop? We quit trying to hang on to the past when we used to shit in holes in the ground with no plumbing.
It's so common for politicians to be like, "Oh, anti-gay," and then they get caught in stalls fucking some guy at the ass.
yeah, and that shouldn't be
'cause they're not
as
getting sex
big
with
a
their wives
scandal.
anymore, yeah.
That shouldn't be
Right.
any bigger a scandal
It
than a
should be
guy.
considered a scandal.
Yeah,
first of all.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
Except
it
for
is a
they're
scandal.
shitting on homosexuals.
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Have you ever shit on a homosexual, guys? Oh god.
And they're cheating on
Best
their
cum I
wives.
ever had.
And they're cheating on their wives. I'm saying that it shouldn't be any more scandalous than like the governor who goes to Argentina to fuck a lady, the guy who was fucking like a young male intern. Like that shouldn't be more of a scandal You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
'cause-
Yeah, and it currently is. Yeah, you're right about it.
But I mean, it's these guys who are like so ridiculously fighting against homosexual rights and stuff like that, and they're the ones like keeping it out there in the spotlight.
Right.
But it's all money driven, and it's all just who do I need to please, and you just got to fucking wipe them out. You know what I mean? Start all over.
So you're saying genocide on the fags?
yeah, exactly.
play,
Wipe
good
out the
play.
gays.
Black Brotherhood, Nick are out of control. They will crash the airway to the microphone. So sit down tight and listen close. All the ladies now take off your clothes. Black Brotherhood. Black Brotherhood.
Is it okay the way I'm drinking my water, Chris, or do you need to change that about me?